into all the cool AI features that Brisk has. So I'm going to click that. Now, Brisk knows that I'm on a web page. And that I'm probably on this web page because it has some sort of content that I'm going to be able to use in my classroom. So I'm going to say that this is going to be the content that I'm going to add to create a lesson around. So I'm going to show you here first some of these different options that you have. When I open up that Brisk button, it says create, give feedback, inspect writing, and change level. I'm going to show you the create and change level ones here. The inspect writing is if you are open on a Google Doc, and you'll notice I don't have a Google Doc open, so I can't really inspect the writing on here. And the give feedback feature is one that, David, are you talking about, or are we going to talk about that next time?
So we'll talk about that in part 2, along with presentations and those type of things.
Perfect. So you're joining us here in part 1. That comes a little bit later. So I'm going to start with the create one here. And I've got this article. It's about why do whales make sound? And I want to design a lesson plan around that. So you can see the different curriculum features that are here, and lots of different things that you can choose from, whether it's a quiz, just a resource. Maybe you want to develop some depth of knowledge questions, and you could see the DOK button there. Or maybe you want to do a lesson plan. You'll note that if it has this little ribbon attached to it, those are the premium features. We're going to touch more on some of those in part 2 if you happen to have the premium account. But today you can do this right now for free, is to create a lesson plan based off of this web page. So you notice then that it can give me this box here where I can edit the prompt, and it says, create a lesson plan about this web page. And I want to add also use content from this other web page that also talks about it. So now I'm kind of blending in a couple of different resources here, and I'm just going over there to grab that URL. I'm going to paste that one into this description also. And then maybe I want to say to make sure to include some collaborative work for the students. Okay. It has a button on here that you can choose to align your lesson to a standard, and you can see that it's broken down by different states, by different content area, grade level, and strands. So maybe here I'm in this 5th grade science one here, and I want to do something about, oh gosh, I don't know. Let's just pick one here. Engaging and arguing from evidence. Sounds like a good science-y type one. And it's for 5th grade, and let's change it from maybe not 50 minutes, but 30, okay? Then when you have that prompt in there the way that you want it, you click on brisket. Sounds like something we should be smoking on smoker and then having a nice barbecue for. So once you do that, it opens up a Google Doc. And this Google Doc is the place where it's going to generate your lesson plan. So you could see it gives me the grade level, the duration. It even comes up with objectives for the lesson, as well as materials. It gives me an intro to it. Then it goes through different parts that are all on here. And if you total up those minutes, it's probably going to take about 30 or so. So it definitely would be, because it's a Google Doc and because you are your content experts, you're going to go through and you're going to read through this and say, maybe I don't want to do something that particular way, or I don't think it would work with my group of students. But look what, it's an editable Google Doc, so you can do any of those things with this right on this document. So now that it's generated that lesson plan, and it looks pretty good to me the way that I would want to do it, and if not, it's a Google Doc. I can edit it any way I want it to. I'm also able to add things right away. Like one of the things is if I don't think it did a good job, I could tell it to just redo it all. I can ask it to make more detail or give less detail. I can make it shorter and longer, and I could even translate the lesson plan into